Hi and welcome to another video in the RHCSA video series. Today's video is on the RHCSA practice exam for version 8, and we're going to go through the final set of the questions in the practice exam, and that is questions 14 all the way through to 19. Okay, so the first question is to write a script named awesome.sh in the root directory on system 1. So let's do the first step, go onto system 1 in the root system. So we're going to have to do it as a root user or elevate our privileges. I'm all about making it easy, so let's just create as root. And there's a few options we have to give. So if me is given as an argument, then the script output should be yes, I'm awesome. If them is given as an argument, then the script should output okay, they're awesome. If the argument is empty or anything else is given, then the script should output usage, you awesome, me, or them. Okay, so it sounds like we need an if, an else if, or an elif, and then finally an else. So we've got an if it's this, and if it's anything else, so empty or anything else is given, then we just give the usage which is there. So I've logged into the system, so first thing to do is create a file, and what was it going to be called? Awesome.sh. So let's just go ahead and do that. So we start with the customary bits at start, so bin bash, put the bang. For the bin bash, so let's do an if statement. If, and then an open square brackets, and because we want to capture the first argument in this case, we'll do like this, and $ and 1, so that means the first argument. So we can do $2, 3, 4, exactly, etc. to capture all the different ones, and is equal to, I think it was me, okay, is equal to me, close the square brackets, semicolon, and then what we're going to do, we're then going to echo a message. And what's the message? Yes, I'm awesome. Oops, I didn't quite copy that. I think it's like that. Yep. And close it off. And then we want an elif, which is else and if. We can do the same thing again. $1, and then equals, and then what was the option for this one? Them, and then close the square bracket, semicolon, and then we echo again a message. Okay, they are awesome. You can see it's going to be a really useful script by the end of this. We're going to echo that, so that will do that one. And then if it's empty or anything else is given, then the script should output usage. Okay, let me copy that. So we finally need just an else, and if anything else doesn't apply, we're going to do print this. And then finally just a fee to close it off. And let's right quick. So it's very simple. There's not too much going on there. Just give it a chmod, so at least root can run it. So first, just double check with blank. So awesome, yeah, it's given the usage. So then we can just give it some gobbledygook, and it's still printing that usage. So now let's give it the actual value. So it was me, yes, I'm awesome, and then them. And note, it's also matching, so it's all lowercase. So if I put something that's else other than that, is currently won't match. So that's okay, because they're not specifically given that it should match with capitals or non-capital, anything like that. So we'll just give the easy example. We could obviously capture with some more ifs or a bit more complex if statement to capture that. But that's fine. That's fine for the for this step. So the next one is more around user creation. So I wanted to create 4 users: Phil, Laura, Stuart, and Kevin. All the users should have a file named welcome in the home folder after account creation. Okay. All user passwords should expire after 60 days. Okay. So these two are we create the account. We need to make some changes. We can add users to a calendar group. Yep. And the marketing group. No problem. So we'll add those groups afterwards. That should be pretty straightforward. So let's just do a clear here. So first, let's create the new users. No, let's first sort out the welcome. So there's an etc scale, and so currently it's just a .bash in. So there's a .bash in the bash profile files. We can add a welcome, and let's just have just to double check permissions, etc. Yeah, so it's just like that. Let's see what the other ones are set up as. Yep, that looks okay. So there's a file called welcome that in the skeleton. So it's just the etc skeleton. So it's just the skeleton for any new account. Then we need to edit. So we want I think it was the all user passwords to expire after a certain amount of days and 8 characters in length. Okay, so that's another thing. So we've got vim, etc. login. Was it login.defs? Yep. Okay, if we scroll down here, we can see the default agent controls. So if you've noticed also, it's using the words all user passwords, not just these user passwords, and all new users. So all new users should have this set up, so there's the skeleton, and all users passwords should be expiring. So there's every user on the system, not just them. So password maximum days we're actually going to change to 60 days as per the policy. And it should be at least 8 characters in length, so minimum length is 8. We've got a warning age, so perhaps we should probably set that to something sensible. It's not given specifically, but it's good practice to keep that somewhere near that number, so someone actually has some warning before. So if you do it 5 days, it's going to be way too early. We could say, let's say 45 days. That gives them 15 days to change it. That sets the login definitions. So let's do some user additions. I'm doing this the most simplest way. I'm not adding any complexity to this. I'm just going to add them one by one and add them one by one to the group later on as added. So we'll do it very simple way so it's easy to remember. We're not going to do millions of different command lines. Just do everything the most simplest way so it's most easy to remember for the exam. So it's Phil, Laura, Stuart, and Kevin. So we've added our users. So I probably should have checked if this is actually adding correctly. So let's just do a change -L and then Kevin. So his password is expiring in 60 days. Looks about right. 60 days is set there. I've set a warning. We something to not ask specifically. Password length we won't know if it's in that particular set there. That's just about the age. We can check his home directory. Let's just do an ls. Okay, I'm Kevin, and we have a welcome file. So that's sorted that as well. So far so good. So we've done this one and this one. Now we should add them as an accounting group. If the group doesn't exist already, we're going to add it. So I'm fairly sure that won't exist. So just do a cat, etc. groups. We can do a grep. There's nothing called accounting. Let's just double check the other one. Marketing. Yeah, so they're not there. So both those users groups need to be added. So group add accounting, group add what was the other one? Marketing. And then we need to user mod minus a minus g, and then the group name, so accounting. And who are the users that are in accounting? Phil and Laura. So Phil, Laura. Okay, now we do a user. So we can just do a etc. group grep accounting. So we can see Phil and Laura are part of accounting now. Looks good. User mod minus a minus g, capital G, and marketing. And what was the other two? Was Stuart and Kevin, our marketing people. So Stuart and Kevin. Too easy. So let's double check that's worked as well. Okay, they're in the marketing group. Okay, so that looks good. So let's see how far we're there. So we've completed 15 there now. So we've got the new users, got the file name, welcome, yep. Passwords expiring for 60 days, and they've got we know that 8 characters is set. Phil and Laura should be part of the accounting group. Stuart and Kevin are part of the marketing group. So if it doesn't exist already, we created it, yep. So only members of the accounting group should have access to accounting directory. Make Laura the owner of this directory. Make the accounting group the group owner of the accounting directory. Okay, so is there an accounting directory already? Of course not. Okay, so make dir, and then we'll just make one. So make dir accounting. We may as well do the marketing while we're there. I think that's the next question as well, isn't it? Yeah. So shown. So we're going to make ownership, and it was Laura's the owner of the directory. Yeah. And then who's the accounting? Oh, and the actual directory. This was accounting. Okay, so that's done. So let's just check that. You can see Laura and accounting there at the dot level, which is the root, the actual folder. So Laura's the owner, and accounting is the group owner. Okay. What was the next bit they want for us? Make accounting group the group owner of the directory. Okay, too easy. Same thing for the marketing, but making Stuart the owner. Okay, so let's just do an up. Oh, we need to make the oh no, I did already. Yep. So that will be marketing. This will be marketing, and this will be Stuart. Okay, and now we do the same check. And for the root directory, Stuart and marketing. Okay, so that's that one's. Yep. Okay, so the next one is the new file should be owned by the group owner, and only the file creator should have permissions to delete their own files. So new file should be owned by the group owner. Okay, and only the file creator should have permissions to delete their files. So the group owner. Okay, so they're saying the group should own it. group owner. Yep. And the file creator should have permission to delete their own files. Okay. So we need to do a couple of things there. So let's just go to here. Okay, so let's do it for chmod. Let's just do a 770. I just realized, firstly, only members of the accounting group should have access. So we need to make sure no one else can access these files for each of those. So let's do accounting and marketing. Okay, so they're both done. Make the accounting group their owner, and they should only have access. Okay, only members of marketing should access marketing directory. Yep. Make the Cron Job. Okay, so new file should be owned by the group owner and only. Okay, so we need to do a couple of things here. So we need to do chmod g plus s accounting. So that sets a sticky bit so that any new files that get created are owned by the accounting group. And then we can do a chmod plus t on the accounting directory again. And that means that only who's created the file is actually able to delete the file. So we can do a quick test. We log in as Phil. Let's see. Okay, he's got his welcome file yet. So first thing, can we actually get into this directory? So cd and then what was it? Accounting. He is. Yep. So we try marketing. Permission denied. Good. So that's a good start. Is there anything counting? No. So let's just touch Phil's file. Okay, that's what created. And it is owned by Phil, which makes sense. And it's got the accounting group there. So that looks pretty good. So he should be able to delete his own file. So Phil's file. Okay, so we'll just do another touch on that, and now we can exit this. We sue as Laura from accounting. Again, we should be able to go into there. We can look at what Phil's file is. There's nothing really in there. We can edit Phil's file. But it's still owned by Phil. And can we remove it? Laura is actually the owner of the group. Yeah. So we will have to do the inverse. So let's do a Laura's file and then get Phil to try and delete it. So touch. Let's just do a VIN. Laura's file. And put some important accounting information in there. And we go and log in as Phil. cd accounting. As you can see, it's owned by Laura. We should be able to edit Laura's file. Yep, so we can go and have a look. It's not read only at the bottom. Oh, sorry, to show that quicker. It's lower there, so it's not come up as read only, so that's good. Can we do remove it? Operation not permitted, which is a good sign. So even though he's in the accounting group, he is unable to remove that file, even though he's got the option to read and write to that file. He should be able to actually go in and theme it, so we'll just do another test and right quit. He's still not able to remove the file because it's originally created by Laura, but he can do the editing as required. So that works perfectly, so that looks really good. Let's now try with we haven't done the other folder, isn't it? I think I want both the files. Yep. Okay, so we need to do the same thing for marketing. So we just might as well go upwards. So I did it for both of those, so accounting and marketing. Okay, that's done. So I need to do this for marketing and the plus T as well. Okay, that's that done. It always doesn't hurt to test, so let's go in as that owner. So who was the owner of the marketing group? That was Stuart. So let's go in as Stuart. So now he's going to go in to, let's go first to try and get into accounting. Spell accounting correctly. Permission denied. Good start. Now let's try and go into where he's actually supposed to go in, marketing. There's nothing in there at the moment. Touch. Choose file. Let's just VIM it. Let's put some stuff in there. Whoops. Right, quit it and choose file. Just double check. So it's owned by Stuart, but it's set by to the marketing group. Yeah, we can see the T there. That means it's set correctly. Okay, let's now try and log in as, who's the other one? Stu and Kevin. Okay, let's log in as Kevin. And he should also not be able to get to accounting. Yep. He's not going to find out how much he gets paid. Other people get paid, sorry. And he should be able to go into his marketing. And you can see Stu's file, so he doesn't like Stu very much, so he wants to try and delete it. It's not permitted. We can go and actually edit it though and make changes as required. And still unable to remove it. So that works perfectly. So if we've got Kevin's file. Oops. And we should be able to remove Kevin's file because we own it. Yep. So that works perfectly. And just do it nevertheless to confirm. Yep, that is complete. I'm happy with that one. Let's get out of Kevin and let's clear the screen. So that's that one done. So the final one is to create a cron job that writes, this practice exam was easy and I'm ready to ace my RHCSA, to var log messages at 12 p.m. only on weekdays. So because we've got a Pacific time, the first thing I would recommend is ignore the time initially. Because you want to be able to actually test this and make sure it actually works, is probably the best thing to do is write one time into a time locally. So in my case, it's 11:23. I'll probably do it a few minutes ahead and then just wait and just make sure it actually does print, and then you can obviously adjust the time later. So the first thing I will check is, can I actually echo, and how I'm going to echo into the file log messages. So let's just check if I can do that. So echo, what was the message? This Gumph. It's got some dodgy quotes there, so I better clean it up. Oops. And into var log messages. Okay, let's just do a tail var. Here we go. So there's a bottom line here. This practice exam was easy and I'm ready to ace my RHCSA. So that's written that absolutely fine, which is great. Okay, so we can clear that. So we now know that this echo will work. So we now just need to add that into cron tab. So cron tab -E to edit and insert, and then we just do the time. So we will, if you want it for 12, we can set it, but for now let's set it for 12. I don't know what the time is actually on this clock here. I'll just do it. So a date. So it's 12:25:01. So if I do 12:26 the 1227 I'll have to do. Okay, so 27, do backwards, 27, 23, and then star, star. For the sake of this, just do a star as well, just so it runs. And then we just do tab, echo. Oh, it's got the echo command. I think I copied that, didn't I? Yep. Okay. Oops. I think it didn't like how I copied that. Let's just try again. So it was 27, 23, star, 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 echo, right quit. Okay, that looks a bit better. Okay, installing a new cron tab. Okay, so date. Okay, I haven't missed it, so it's a good sign. We'll just wait now for the magic to happen. There we go. Here it is. So there's another line. So I waited literally 2 seconds past and tailed the messages, and I can see it straight away there. So it looks like it's all very good. So let's go check. And now we just need to make it 12 p.m. only on weekdays. Okay. So let's now edit the cron tab again. So we've got the difficult bit out of the way, so the command is working. So let's go back in here. Okay, so this is the time. So it was 12, so sets to 0. It was 12 o'clock, wasn't it? In the PM, yep, 12 PM. And this will be star because we don't need a particular day of the month. Yep. And this will be the month itself, so we don't need to care about that either. And this is the actual weekdays. So we start 0 will be Sunday, so 1, 2, 5. So that's Monday, Tuesday. Yep, that's 1 to 5. Echo this practice exam was easy. Yep, that will do it. And that is it. So that's the entire exam completed now. The entire practice exam, that is. That literally does conclude the entire course for RHCSA 8. I hope it's been really useful to you. If it has, please, if you haven't already, just subscribe, like the videos I've posted. That'd be fantastic. And also, I've got a Ko-fi page for any donations that I've popped up on the screen here. We've got the TeePublic for any merchandise if that's your thing. And finally, if there's any comments or suggestions, or if you need any help, please reach out on Discord as well. Obviously, YouTube comments work as well. Depends how you go, but yeah, if you're taking an exam post this video, all the best of luck. And if you do pass, especially if you do pass, please let me know. And even if you failed, let me know where you feel you slipped up, and I'll try and help where I can. Yeah, thanks again for joining me on the ride that is RHCSA 8. I plan to do the RHCSE in the new year, so watch out for those videos when I start them back up in the new year. Thanks to everyone that's joined me, and I'll catch you in the new year. Thanks again. Bye.